versus one of the best defensive teams in the league. Where and how did this one get away from you?
Turnovers. Turnovers transition points. Obviously on our home floor, and then against a disruptive defense like that, you can't turn the ball over that much. And they're pretty much all pick sixes. You know, they not only turned us over, they was able to convert.
For you guys who really haven't had trouble offensively, how much does that then kind of disrupt what you guys want to do?
Listen, that happens. I mean, it's a long NBA season, but we understand that that's a very good team over there. And they took us out of what we wanted to do and how we wanted to execute, and we have to learn from that.
This is the first of 5 straight games against teams with above 500 records. You guys are obviously taking care of teams below 500 records thus far. Is it obviously nothing that you would want to lose a game, but can this be something that can refocus the team as you head out this road trip?
Well, the road trips should always refocus you no matter how you're playing. You know, so I don't think it took for us to have this game tonight to refocus us.
LeBron, you guys are going to have more talent than basically, especially in the starting lineup, than anybody you guys play this teams. And teams around the league have tried to fight talent with speed and pace and effort. Well, what kind of energy does it take to meet that every night? And did you feel like you guys were ever even energy-wise with Phoenix tonight?
I think it was a step ahead of us for sure. Obviously, we had a game last night. Obviously, I didn't participate in it, but we had to dig deep even to win that game. We was able to close it out kind of early in the fourth, but we still had to play. And guys, we looked like we could have had a little bit more energy versus a team that played that way, so they took advantage of it.
You were on the injury report with the left foot injury management. It wasn't sciatica. Did anything happen in the previous game to re-aggravate the stuff you've been dealing with your foot for the last couple of years, or is it just sort of the stuff you've been dealing with for the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's called old.
Think about it.
You get it. You understand. You understand. Just wake up with shit that you didn't have the night before,
Is your role with this team in particular this season, when things are kind of stuck in the mud, is there an instinct to try to maybe buck what you're doing and get the ball back in your hands? Or, I mean, obviously Luka and carries a bigger load generally with this team. And is it kind of you let that play out and then you go from there?
Yeah, you go with what's been working. And obviously, we have opportunity to change pitches and switch pitches, but we go with what's working. Obviously, we didn't play our brand of basketball the way we wanted to play, so it's just one game. We're too crazy about it.
All right, guys, so LeBron, 10 points, 3 of 10. Did not play in last night's game. Heard him talking right there. Listen, by the way, that streak, I know everyone brings that up when he's right around that number, but it started January 6th, 2007 was when that streak was started. And tonight it was in jeopardy until he hit that 3. Big game, James. That's a crazy streak when you think about it.
Yes, it is.
It's something we haven't had to talk about in the 8 years. Time now for Big Shots Breakdown, and I think your wall has like a special feature to it.
Yes.
Usually there's flames when we're on fire.
The flames from James, but sometimes when you gotta blood it, you gotta put a Rick James on it. It was cold-blooded right here. Look at everybody's in attack mode. Look at 1, 2, 3 defenders around Luka right here. Now look, now you got a guy here to come in and stop the alley. Now you got to throw it to LeRaven in the corner. Now he's stuck. Look at everybody that's holding around like this, like power to the people. No, you got to move. You got to get around. Look, now you come down. Now you finally get into the screen where you got to run around defense like a chicken with your head cut off. You don't know what to do. Oh, now we got to still do it. Oh, no, you don't, because we don't secure the basketball. And now we go to the corner for a 3. It was good defense for getting back, but you know what? Sometimes you got to secure the back. Now look, this is a good dig right here by Double O. I think that's what's his name?
Royce O'Neal?
Royce O'Neal, yeah. Now, this is the best part about Williams. He's like, you know what? I'm going to fake like I'm going to come over here, but I'm going to get my hand in because I know you like to throw the lobs to Jackson. That's just good presence. Right now, I'm going to take the smallest man down on the floor and try to get his rebound. Get the shot off, but he misses. But Luka always got his head up trying to get it down the floor, but you forget, there's a defender behind you. He pokes it loose and gives Williams up. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 because you got the young guy with his foot in the paint. Now we off to the races. Now where's Villanova? You got to find him, but nope, you go over here to Oregon. Oregon lays up. Now, okay, it's a good pick right here buy AR. You should have gave it up, Luka. Now you spin. Look, 1, 2, 3 defenders. Look, now this is the first time I've ever seen Ayton make a mistake. Like, he knows he has to get out of the paint. He starts leaving, but as soon as he leaves, Luka tries to give him the ball. Now we alter. Look, that's 5-on-2 basically, man. Then you find Villanova for the 3. It's like, what are you doing? I know it looked like they were tired. I will give them this. It's a back-to-back. But let's give some credit to the other team, which I hate to do because it's the Phoenix Suns. That defense was cold-blooded. They had a good game plan.
Did you see the ice come down?
Huh?
Did you see
I saw the ice on the side. It was a good defense. When you think about it, they all dropped to the level of the ball like you're supposed to do defensive. They had their hands out. They had their hands up. And they was able to get in the passing lane. That's one of the things that people don't understand when it comes to defense. If you got your hands in the pockets, you're small. But if you got your hands out, it makes it crowded and harder to move the basketball.
One thing JJ said, great breakdown, by the way. One thing JJ said right there was, if you don't play hard against this team, you'll get exposed. You'll get whooped.
Yeah, I was going to reference that because, you know, all teams have back-to-back. And the Lakers have played well on a back-to-back game. But when you don't bring that mental capacity with you and then the physical, it was Phoenix who caused the Lakers to play the way they played because they would not match that intensity. Sometimes you don't have it physically, and you have to, somehow gather that strength and play a game. The Lakers didn't have it tonight, and so they got exposed because of the lack of hard play. You got Phoenix on playing hard every play, so you can get exposed that way.
Yeah, for me, one of the things that we were taught in college is like when you're on the defensive end, you always got to have your hands out and your hands up to make the floor look smaller.
Pointing,
And you think about all those turnovers Luka had, every one of those players was like this. In those passing lanes, Luka's usually like this because everybody got their hands down.
Yeah.
And that's such a big key when it comes to playing defense. Arms out, passing lane, make this court look smaller.
LeBron James and the Lakers close out the...
Talking about going under versus lasers, and Gillespie's making threes and Royce O'Neal's making threes going under. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird sort of thing. It really is. It's like the Monstars taking over people that you've grown to coach, and they're not doing anything that they normally do. It's weird.
And I suppose a lot of that is just reflected in the turnovers, the fast break points. It's all kind of part of that, right?
Yeah, I talked about it, I went through everything, all the things that get reflected in playing hard.
Luka pointed to his 9 turnovers and took the blame for the result of tonight. Particularly, he said in the second quarter, he thought like Phoenix's schemes were a little confusing to him. That's where he used. What do you think of his on-ball execution tonight, and where do you think he could have made some tweaks?
Yeah, in terms of the scheme, they never went to any sort of blitz or shock or anything like that. Mark Williams did a great job of just being big. He's got the second highest standing reach in the NBA. So whether it was a post up, whether it was an off ball thing, whether it was pick and roll, he just was in the middle of the paint the whole time. And their guards did a good job of being physical and forcing us down there. And once you're down there in that tight space, you're not going to get the ball through, and that led to a lot of turnovers.
JJ, you guys have had stretches where you've looked like versions of that team and generally have found your way out of it. Were there moments tonight where you just kind of knew that wasn't going to happen? Did you kind of sense that it was like, it was maybe more of a takeover of Monstars instead of just sort of
the basketball gods reward you, and they also punish you. And so in the moments when we had a chance to be rewarded, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, and we got punished. And that was throughout the game, not just a singular moment.
I think you used the word earlier was weird. You've seen